Video we'll go over how to import a territory list consisting of counties and have those have the program automatically color code and show those territory labels on the map. When doing so, the first thing you want to do is take a look at your spreadsheet and make sure that it looks okay. So when we're importing a spreadsheet based on counties, we want to make sure that we have a county name for all the counties that we cover, state abbreviation for the states that correlate with that county, and then a territory name column. You can have territory 1, 2, 3, ABC. You could have rep names assigned to each of those counties, and then when you import, they'll be color coded by that territory column. So we'll go ahead and minimize that for now, and we'll turn our attention to Map Business Online. The first thing I'm going to do is take a look at my map and data box. It kind of hangs out on the left hand side, and if it ever disappears on you, just look to the left and you'll see a single blue arrow pointing to the right, and that'll make it pop back out. From here, you can turn on and off different types of data layers. I'm going to start with turning on my counties layer for the United States. Next, if I want state borders, I will enable that states layer. It is tanned by default, and so I just want to make it stand out a little bit more. So I'm going to highlight this settings gear next to my state layer, and I'm going to pull up a larger box called Manage Map and Data. And this is how you can kind of change the look and feel of your map. So I'm going to change that border from a gray to a black. I can also go to my labels if I want those state names to appear more prominently, and I can make those black as well. So now that I have it to my own personal taste, I'll go ahead and close the box, and I'll turn my attention to the Create Territories button. It's located at the top. It's a red puzzle piece with a green plus sign, and when we click on that, we're presented with different options. We're going to be choosing the top one today for Create Territories from Dataset. That just means that we're importing a spreadsheet. The bottom option is Create Territories by selecting geography units on a map, and in a nutshell, that just means that it will show you the instructions on how to manually create territories in your map. I'm going to choose this top option for what we're doing and click Next. This next screen gives you an option, once again, of how it should look. If you were using counties, then your spreadsheet wants to look like this with a county column, state column, and territory name column. You could also import by a zip code if you wanted to, and so you just have a zip code header, all the zip codes that you cover, territory with all the territories that you cover. This bottom section has instructions as well if needed. We'll click Next to Plotting Data, and this is where we browse to our spreadsheet. So I'm going to just browse to my Pennsylvania territories and click Open and Next. We want to pause here and make sure that our location information is identified correctly. It's able to tell by my Excel spreadsheet header of state abbreviation that that's the column that it should look to find the state layer. Also, because I have a county header, it's able to identify that column as being the correct one for the county. I would leave all the rest of the fields none. I'll click Next and click Next to Creating Territories. You want to stop here and make sure that your territory name column is identified correctly. If you have a header other than territory in your Excel spreadsheet, then you want to just help the program out and let it know which column of your spreadsheet contains the territory names. We're going to be creating territories by county, so we'll leave that and click Create Territories. You'll notice that the program automatically color codes these, and when I click Done, I'm presented with a data window. From the data window, I can easily change any of the colors on the map. I can click on this gray, click on the little color box, and I can change that to a red, and I could change this to a purple or a dark blue, and then I can close out of my data window. If I ever need to get back to the data window, I'll just click on this icon at the top that looks like a calendar next to the car. From this data window, I can easily change the name if I'd like to. I can see that I have Territory 3, and that doesn't look like the others, so I can click on the pencil and update the name so it's spelled correctly. I can also highlight a layer, click on the arrow, and see all of the counties that are made up in Territory 4. If I ever want to see more information, I can click on my territories layer here. I can click on counties, states, zip, and so on. I also, you'll notice at the top, have PA territories with a little push pin next to it. That just means that when you import a spreadsheet, it will also import a point layer. So if I close out of this box, you'll notice over here that our point layer is off by default. If I check the box, then those points appear in the middle of our counties. That's there if you need it. If you don't, just go ahead and feel free to leave it disabled. Now if you want to tweak the look of the map in any way, what we can do is we can look over to our territories line of map and data, and if you need, you can toggle it on and off. You can also click on the settings gear to pull up manage map and data at the territory level. The first thing you can do is you can click on the label box and change colors. You can also choose the general tab, and you can do things like hide internal boundaries if you want it to all look seamless. You could also play with the transparency bar to make it more see-through if you wanted to. You can also go to intersections. Intersections is where you can allow territories to intersect. So if you have two reps that are covering one zip code or one county, you can check that button and the program would allow you to do so. You can also check this next box to highlight territory intersections on the map. You can make them stand out with another color. From my experience, rather than a red, I think either like a white or a black or something like a pink really stands out in the map, especially if you're looking at a national level. And what this will do is, I will grab Lehigh County here, and I will choose to add it to Territory 3, which it's not already a part of. And now I can see that Lehigh looks different than the others. And I know, based on what I've done, that pink means that I have an intersecting territory. And if I click on it, then I can see it's part of Territory 3, Territory 4, and I could leave it if I wanted to, or I could choose to just remove it from one of the counties if it's done incorrectly. If you have any questions, feel free to give us a call or drop us an email through our Contact Us page. Our website is mapbusinessonline.com. We have a free 30-day trial, and we're here to help in any way we can. Thanks and have a great day.